What's going on, guys? It's Ryan, better known as Silver Speed. Today we're going to be working on my Nissan 350 GT Skyline. So I just want to say this is my first ever video on working on cars, but I thought I'd start posting because this is going to be a very long journey on making this into the car that I want. So I bought this car off a marketplace about 2.5, 3 months ago, and I kind of just have now started working on it. I was just saving up the money to be able to afford this because I am quite young at the end of the day to be able to afford this. As I still have my P plates on. So today, all right, this is what we're going to be working on, is learning how to fix these small little dents on your car. Now, I've already kind of started on it here. As you can tell, if I get down, it's not really lighting here. Might have to get a flashlight really quickly. Okay, I got the flashlight. I'll turn this on here. And as you can see, if I angle it here, I've gotten most of them out already, but I thought I'd quickly show you guys how to do it. That's a bit of faded paint, but there are dents. They're very small, very hard to see, but you just gotta kind of look at it carefully. You can kind of see one like right there. It's gonna be trying to remove those kind of dents. I'll show you guys in a later video how to fix marks like faded paint, which I have started to get some of right there as well. But that will be in a later video. So let me set up the camera and I can show you guys the dents clear and also how to fix them. Okay guys, and just for better preference, you can see that dent right there in the paint. If I move it, you can't see it, but under light, you will be able to see it. And when I do eventually end up painting the car, I'm going to want to have none of that. I've got a very bad one there, as you can tell, right there. You can see it in the light. You can kind of see even more there with the bump. We will be fixing that. I've already started by placing this, but I'm going to show you guys how to do that right now. All right, guys, so the first thing you're going to be doing here is prepping your area. Now, I don't really have the best of cameras, so I can't really show you the actual dent while I'm doing it, but I will get better products later on for these videos, depending how it goes on this channel. The first step you want to do is prep the area itself. So I like to use just some basic alcohol. You can get this from your nearest chemist or anything like that. And what you want to do is break up all that grime and dirt. So give it a quick rub with a microfiber towel. These are the best. They help, you don't get dirt on your car and just end up scratching it. And a good tip would be to get the tag off, because you don't want to end up scratching your paint a little bit from all that dirt and grime that will get built up inside the brushes or the microfiber towels and the little things. So once you give that a good clean, then you can move on to the next step. Right, so this next step may not be for everyone, because you might want to keep your paint, you might like your paint already, but I'm respraying my car, so I'm not going to be wanting to do this, so I don't really mind if I do this. You need to hit your car with some heat on the panel, so that loosens up the metal itself, which should be easier to pull out the dent itself, right? Now, disclaimer, this can ruin your paint and cause fading even quicker. So I recommend, if you like your paint and you want to keep it and you don't really want to spend like 10 grand on respraying the whole car, or $700 to respray a panel, don't do this. But for me, I like to use a heat gun, heat down the area, weaken up the panel, so then I can pull it out even easier. So if you don't have a heat gun, you can use a hair dryer. That works just as good, just takes a little bit longer and a little more, keeping it steady, holding it there for a little longer. But you want to heat mainly in the area where the dent is, but it's going to be very loud, so I'm just going to cut straight through it. I'll show you guys a little bit of how I do it. You won't be able to hear anything, but I'll just give you guys a little ideas just in case you're a little nervous. As you can see, the dent is right there on the car. And what I'm going to do is, I don't have a heat gun, so I just use a hair dryer because I'm poor. And we're going to start heating this up. So I turn it up to the full, hit it with the heat part, and then I just let it rip. And you're just going to want to just hold it there. Just going to hold it there. You'll go around the area just a little bit to weaken up the panel around it, but mostly just in the middle center area. Just going to hold it on the actual dent itself, and then you're just going to use it maybe for about a minute or two until you most likely think it's going to weaken the panel just enough to pull it out, but not really damage the panel itself. So the next thing you're going to be needing is a pulling out kit. I got this one from Bunnings. It's relatively inexpensive. Cost me back maybe about 20 bucks to get this, and they come with all different sizes. And it comes with a scraper, which is very helpful to get, because you will be needing hot glue for this, and the hot glue might get stuck, and the scraper just gets it out. And it's a very relatively simple kit to use, so use a piece, right? Use it for whatever size dent you need, right? Chuck it on there after leaving it for a minute or two, hook it on, and then fast, very fast, not slow, pull it hard and quickly, and hopefully the dent should come out. So we're gonna be using that now, and I'll show you guys how to apply these little thingies to your car with the hot glue, and then we'll get to it. So now that the panel is heated up and you've got your glue gun and you've got your bit, what you want to do now is get the glue gun and apply the hot glue. Careful not to burn yourself from the hot glue because it is hot. Get that all over the actual piece itself, right? Then you're going to locate your dent, which might be a bit difficult for me. Then you're going to place it right down on there. Careful not to press down too hard, but just apply enough pressure onto it so it's actually on there. And then what you're going to do is now leave that for about 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I'd say, to let it fully dry out on the hot glue. And then next will be just to pull it out. And hopefully it comes out. These may take a few attempts. My dents are very shallow, so it might take a little more than once or twice to do so. But if it's a deeper dent, you might be able just to pull it out very quickly because my dents are so small and so narrow. It gets a little bit harder there. All right, guys, so now it's been about 2 minutes, 3 minutes time. We've let it set. The panel around it, it's still warm, still hot, so don't worry about it cooling off. I still got a little bit of glue on me. Next thing you want to do, this is the most important part. So you want to get your puller. I think it's what you call it. I don't actually know what to call it. Now this is very important. You see this right here? You're gonna have to slide it. Don't know if you can see it, right? So that's gonna have to get slid on to the actual thing itself. So you got to slide it onto it. Don't pull it. Make sure not to pull it sideways or anything. You have to now, very carefully, you can adjust this at the top to get to the height. I'd like to push it down more so I know I'm not gonna rip it off. And then you're just gonna have to slide it. Let me twist it up a little bit. Slide it on. Now she's on there properly, right? Tighten her up a little bit. Now she's on there. These are down, they're flat. And now you're gonna grab this lever, and this one just by itself, pull it hard so you try and get the dent out. Ready? So push down with some force and pull. Now, once I've pulled it out, whoops, I've dropped the piece. Now that I've pulled it out, there's gonna be some residue left over. So this does happen sometimes where the glue doesn't come off with the actual piece itself, it stays on, and that's why you got your scraper. Your scraper will help pull it off. So you just shimmy it in there. Don't worry about destroying your paint. It will not do that, right? Boom, boom, boom. Worst case scenario, this happens. And it comes off very easily, just like that. Just like that. Now, there might be some left over, not to worry. You can either use the heat gun on it again and loosen it up and then scrape it off. Or you can, if it's less than this has more, then you'll use the alcohol wipes and use a microfiber towel and you can get this off. So I'll show you that really quickly. So this one I don't really need to, since it's still got a bit. I just gotta get underneath it, push it, keep scraping, and it will eventually all come off. It's already almost all off. You just gotta keep scraping at it, and it will come out. I promise you guys that. So let me finish this off. It should just almost come off now. Quickly finish this off, and then I'll show you guys afterwards. So now that the actual piece is off itself, there's some leftover shit like that. What you want to do is get a little bit of alcohol, chuck it on, let's give it a wipe down. And it should all just come off just like that. A little bit more, apply some pressure onto it, and it'll all come out very quickly. That's mostly all off. I'll get that off more. As you can tell, the dent is not completely gone. But the more times you do it, the less dent there'll be, and it'll be gone. So you gotta keep repeating these steps. If you get more glue on there, you can use the heat gun to get it off, and then use this to get any residue dirt off from it or leftover glue, and it should be all right. So that is everything that is gonna be in this video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed figuring out and learning with me in general how to remove these dents from your car. Make sure to get one of these. You can pick them up from your local hardware store. They are useful and inexpensive unless you want to go for the more powerful kits, which will probably work a bit better than these, but I'm just showing you stuff that you can use that are relatively cheap and you can do at home and very easy to use. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first video I made. If you want different videos, leave comments in the description on what you want me to try out next. And please like, subscribe, comment for, like I said, any other videos that you have in mind. Let me know any questions you guys have down below and I will answer all of them. So till the next video, you guys, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.